Have you ever wondered how college dropout became one of the most influential figures in the tech industry? This enigma is none other than Steve Jobs, a name that is synonymous with innovation and out-of-the-box thinking. Born in 1955, Jobs was not one to follow the traditional path. His unique journey began with an early departure from Reed College, hinting at the unconventional trajectory that lay ahead. Jobs' influence in the tech industry cannot be overstated. He was a visionary, a pioneer who dared to dream big and had the tenacity to turn those dreams into reality. His innovations transformed not just the tech industry, but the way we live our daily lives. From the way we communicate to how we work, play, and even think, Jobs has left an indelible footprint. Join us as we delve into the intriguing life of Steve Jobs, the man who revolutionized our digital world. Born in 1955, Steve Jobs' journey to greatness was anything but ordinary. His story begins in San Francisco, California, the son of two University of Wisconsin graduate students who felt they were too young to raise a child. Jobs was adopted by Clara and Paul Jobs, a couple who promised his biological parents they would send him to college. Growing up in Mountain View, California, a town that would later become Silicon Valley, Jobs was introduced to the world of mechanics and electronics by his father. Together, they would tinker with gadgets in the family garage, a pastime that sparked Jobs' interest and curiosity in how things work. This early exposure to the world of technology was a significant stepping stone in his path towards becoming a tech titan. As a teenager, Jobs met one of the most influential figures in his life, Steve Wozniak. Their shared love for electronics and pranks solidified their friendship, a bond that would later become the cornerstone of one of the most successful tech companies in the world. When it was time for college, Jobs enrolled at Reed College in Portland, Oregon. Despite the financial strain it put on his parents, Jobs found the traditional educational system uninspiring. He felt as though it stifled his creativity and curiosity instead of fostering it. After 6 months, he made the bold decision to drop out. But far from being the end of his educational journey, it was the beginning of a more personal and profound exploration of what he wanted to learn. He audited classes that interested him, like calligraphy, a skill that would later play a vital role in the design aesthetics of Apple products. Jobs' early years were marked by a relentless quest for knowledge, a deep-seated curiosity, and an unyielding belief in his own instincts. His non-traditional path was peppered with risks and unconventional decisions, dropping out of college being one of them. Little did anyone know, this college dropout was about to change the world. In 1976, in a humble garage, Jobs, along with Steve Wozniak and Ronald Wayne, brought Apple to life. This unassuming location in Los Altos, California, became the birthplace of a technological revolution. Jobs, Wozniak, and Wayne, three pioneers with a shared vision. They dreamt of a future where personal computing was accessible to everyone, not just the elite few. With this vision, they began to turn the wheels of innovation, laboring tirelessly over their first creation, the Apple I. The Apple I was more than just a computer. It was a statement, a proclamation that technology could be personal, intimate, and user-friendly. It was a computer for the people, assembled by hand, with a price tag that was within reach of the average consumer. Jobs was instrumental in realizing this vision. His charisma and conviction were catalysts for the company's early success. He was not just a co-founder, he was the company's beating heart, driving the team forward with his unwavering belief in their mission. The company's early success was staggering. In less than a year, the trio's humble garage operation had evolved into a multi-million-dollar enterprise. The Apple I was a hit, and it paved the way for its successor, the Apple II, which would go on to become one of the best-selling personal computers of its time. But it was more than just the financial success that mattered. It was the realization of a dream, the transformation of an industry, and the birth of a new era. This was the dawn of personal computing, and at the helm of it all was a young Steve Jobs, a visionary who dared to imagine a different future. Jobs' role in these early developments cannot be overstated. His vision, leadership, and relentless pursuit of innovation were integral to Apple's success. He was a driving force, a beacon of light guiding the company through the uncharted waters of the burgeoning tech industry. Against all odds, Steve Jobs had successfully put Apple on the map. And in doing so, he changed the world, one personal computer at a time. However, success often comes with its own challenges. The year was 1985, and Steve Jobs, the visionary co-founder of Apple, found himself on the outskirts of the company he had helped create. The board had decided to move forward without him, and so began what we call the wilderness years. Jobs wasn't one to wallow in defeat. Quite the opposite. He saw opportunity where others saw failure. His departure from Apple led him to create Next, a computer platform development company that specialized in the higher education and business markets. Next was the embodiment of Jobs' relentless pursuit of innovation, a testament to his belief that technology was not just a tool, but a way to shape the future. At the same time, another venture was on the horizon. Jobs saw potential in a small animation studio called Pixar. He saw it not just for what it was, but for what it could become. He purchased the company in 1986, and under his leadership, Pixar revolutionized the animation industry, giving us classics like Toy Story and Finding Nemo. These ventures, Next and Pixar, were not without their challenges. They pushed Jobs to his limits and tested his resolve. But through it all, he remained undeterred. His belief in the power of innovation, his commitment to pushing boundaries, remained unwavering. And then, in 1997, after more than a decade away, Jobs returned to Apple. The prodigal son was back, and he brought with him the lessons he had learned in the wilderness. He brought with him a renewed sense of purpose, a refined vision, and a drive to once again change the world. Jobs' return to Apple marked a turning point, not just for him, but for the entire tech industry. The wilderness years were over, but the impact of this period, the lessons learned, and the resilience demonstrated would shape the course of tech history in ways we're still discovering today. Back at the helm of Apple, Jobs was ready to make history again. In the late 90s, Jobs introduced the world to the iMac, a sleek and colorful desktop computer that was unlike anything else on the market. With its futuristic design and user-friendly software, the iMac was an instant hit. Jobs didn't just sell a product, he sold an experience, a lifestyle. Then came the iPod in 2001, a revolutionary device that allowed users to carry 1,000 songs in their pocket. It was more than just a music player, it was a symbol of status and style. Jobs had once again reimagined what technology could be, and the world was all ears. But Jobs wasn't done. In 2007, he unveiled the iPhone, a device that would change the world. It wasn't just a phone, it was a mini computer, a camera, a music player, and so much more. With the iPhone, Jobs had effectively put the internet in our pockets. He wasn't just pushing the boundaries of technology, he was erasing them. Finally, in 2010, Jobs introduced the iPad, a sleek and powerful tablet that bridged the gap between smartphones and computers. It was a device that changed the way we consume media, the way we work, the way we live. The iPad was the culmination of Jobs' vision for technology, intuitive, beautiful, transformative. Throughout these launches, Jobs was more than just a CEO. He was a visionary, a showman, a magician who could make the impossible seem possible. He was the architect of Apple's success, the driving force behind their innovation. Jobs didn't just bring Apple back from the brink, he made it soar. He turned a struggling tech company into a titan of industry, a beacon of innovation, a symbol of the future. Under Jobs' leadership, Apple had not only survived but had become a global powerhouse. In 2011, the world bid farewell to Steve Jobs, but his legacy continues to live on. His impact on the tech industry is monumental, a testament to his genius and relentless drive. With Apple, he didn't just create products, he revolutionized our relationship with technology. His innovations, from the Macintosh computer to the iPhone, have forever altered the digital landscape, and their influence is felt in every corner of the globe. Jobs' legacy is not just in the devices we carry in our pockets or the computers on our desks. It's in the way we think about and interact with technology. He taught us that technology should not just be functional, but beautiful and intuitive. He showed us that the impossible could be possible with imagination and determination. Steve Jobs, a college dropout turned tech visionary, forever transformed the way we interact with technology. His legacy is a testament to the power of innovation and the limitless potential of the human spirit.